it became known as the Duke Dome. We now have this lovely modern building that everyone in the county and beyond enjoys. We have two special guests.
Hello, Don. Here we are broadcasting hockey night from the Duke Dome, home of the Dukes junior hockey team in hockey crazy Wellington. We're here to honor the Dukes of the past and the present, who have laced up their skates and have gone out and won fame for our village of approximately 1,800 inhabitants. Can you imagine, Don, that in the last 15 years, the Dukes have won the Central Canada Championship and have gone on to play in the Royal Bank Cup, emblematic of Championship of Canada. So they've played against the other provinces. I think that's worth a cheer, don't you?
Wait a minute, Ron.
We just happen to have...
Ron. 25 years, that's the most I've ever let you talk on TV. And you did a good job. You did a good job.
Oh, I'm trying.
I got something
I'm
to
a
say.
straight man,
I
remember
got
that?
something to say now.
Okay, well, we're just happen to have the old Dukes here with us tonight, and I want you, Don, to give some of your pearls of hockey wisdom to these boys and also to the audience.
Are you through? No, you're not. I'm going to say something.
No,
Ron, get in.
you're off.
First, I want to say how impressed I am with the caliber of the Dukes I've played over the years. This is what Canadian hockey is all about. A small town supporting their team no matter what. Great job, Canada. And a couple of our lads have made it to the big show. Andrew Raycroft, Boston, Toronto, and Matt Cook with Pittsburgh. Now you can talk.
Thanks, boss. Now, Coach.
They're paying me a lot of money for this.
Now, we have three groups of Dukes. The boys that have played presently with the Dukes, and the boys... They are Zach Blake, Cam Ewell, and Joel McEwen. Don wants to talk to them.
Hi, boys. You can go first, young fella. Come on up here. Don't be shy. Never shy out in the rink, are you? So, did you meet any of our good-looking country girls when you were down there?
Get off it, Don. This is hockey.
Oh, yeah. So you guys don't like girls? That's okay. Look, I know we're at a tight schedule here because we're at the Duke Dome Hot Stove Lounge. So we got about 10 minutes. Can you just tell us what was your most memorable time with the Dukes?
Well, I hope to be coming back next year, so I don't think I've had mine yet. I've enjoyed becoming a Duke and hope to go to a championship next year and have my best memory.
Thank you very much. Cam, what was the best time with the Dukes?
Well, I was lucky enough to make a trip to the RBC in 2011 with the team. So I'd have to say going there and having that experience would be my best memory as a Wellington Duke.
We're proud of you. Thank you very much. This next young fellow, Zach, he scored the first Duke goal in the new Duke Dome. So let's hear it.
My favorite time, I'd probably have to say going to the RBC obviously too, but when we won the OJ in our own rink, when we just opened up here, just being a part of that and then coming off the bench and shredding your gloves, your helmet with your teammates you battle with all year is pretty special moments. Sharing that with all the community who support us for 4 years when I was here, so that was pretty neat. But yeah, just to share that moment winning and with the community and my teammates was my best moment here.
Thank you. We're proud of you.
And now, Don, we have the middle core. These boys would have played for the Dukes in the last 20 years. So, not present in the last 20 years.
Moving down the line, right?
Yes.
This way.
So now we have John Wolfe and we have Gary Parks.
Great, guys. You guys like a little bit rougher. That's the kind of style I like. You want to tell us what your favorite time was with the Dukes, please?
Well, my favorite time was when you played for the Dukes back in the early 80s, you felt like you were a family. Like you're a part of a team and a real community feeling. And I think back to Jimmy Harrison, Bob Snyder, Terry Greer, Robin Selman, a lot of these guys. I was a young 16-year-old playing, and these guys really initiated me to junior hockey and looked after me during those times.
Thank you very much. That's great. Garrett, you want to tell us your best time?
My best times were probably on the Red Rocket. That was the school bus that we was manufactured. Had a lot of card tables in the back, and we had a lot of fun. And you really had to enjoy the guys you played with, because there were some nights that the bus didn't make it home. Ended up having to get cars to come and get us. But it was the same thing. It was great being able to play with all the guys that you grew up with and having the community support you. And we actually made it to the Ontario semifinals twice. So we had a pretty good team, and we had a good time together.
That's great. You guys like to play it rough, eh? So I just remember Stan Jonathan. He was one of the toughest players I ever coached. Well, in the later years, Stan thought he was going to be a goal scorer. So I said to Stan, "When a crusher becomes a rusher, he's soon to be an usher."
Well said, then. Well said, Don. Now, Don, we come to the oldie goldies. I would say these boys have played in the last 30 years, maybe 30 years ago.
You know how to stretch it, Ronnie boy, you know how to stretch it.
Okay, now, so we have with us Roger Bryant, and we have Dennis Dick, and we have Robert Bailey.
Now these were the guys that played rock'em sock'em hockey. These are the guys I like, and there's not a Swede among them, all right?
Don, my memories of being a Duke, I have to go back 50 years, and it was a big moment for me, being small, just to make the team. That was a memory. And also, I'm still involved 50 years later with the present team, and my memory to go to Charlottetown for the Royal Bank Cup and Camrose to the Royal Bank Cup and still be involved. It was very memorable for me.
Be involved in anything for 50 years. Go ahead, Roger, your most favorite time?
My most memorable time, and something I think that you people might is historical, is standing in Stouffville in a series against them. We just won the local league. Trent Valley League, it was called. It was Junior D. Now, D at the time sounds, pretty lowly. But in those days, there were umpteen dozen A and tier 2 and so on. Anyway, we get there and we're standing for the anthem, and I look at the other blue line, the other team, and they're all matching uniforms. The pants, the helmets, the gloves. All we had matching was sweaters and socks. The rest of the other parts were personal, and we had red helmets and black and so on. But our team, it was the first year of artificial ice in Wellington in 1963-64. like I say, we won our league. All the guys lived within 5 kilometers of town. Well, that's no offense to the guys now, but imagine. All lived within 5 kilometers. Dennis and I, Gilead Road boys, Robert, just about the furthest away from town it was. So, like that's the way it was then. We had a great coach in Alan Pettengill, and Don Bailey, our manager, was looked after us very well. You know, like I say, Stouffville, like they had, we gave them a good series. It actually went 3 games to 1, the best of 5. 2 of their wins were by 1 goal, so we were competitive. We didn't go very far. We played 2 years of D, 2 years of Junior C. And in my era, then I took a little hiatus there until Gary and the boys started in the 70s. Thank you.
Thank you. You did a great job. Go ahead, Dennis. Tell us your favorite memory.
Well, basically, my favorite time, I think, and the memories that I have are, like today, we had a core of peers, our peers, who were our fans. We had our parents and families, and I really remember in the old arena, not the old arena, the old arena, the Quonset building, those women up in the East End, I can just see them. Shirley Burley, Doris Lavender, Ruth Boyle, Lily Bryant, and Mrs. Ainsworth, Myrtle, thank you. And they were those kind of women that just they weren't shy. Put it that way. They would give those referees the devil. And I always remember that. And of course, we didn't have a bus in those days. And so we had volunteers who drove us, some of our parents, some of the time. Of course, Don Bailey and Al Pettengill. But there was Bart, Cunningham, Ernie Teskey, thanks, Robert. And who else, Roger? It was a long time ago. Anyway, the people to us were so important.
Thank you very much.
One other thing I should mention, you've all heard of Gary Lavender, and Gary's our vintage. So we played hockey with Gary, and I played defense for many shifts with Gary. But, and I always remember him well. Just because of his association with the Dukes, I want to mention that.
Just coming on the ice, Don.
There's one thing to say, Ron, you've been talking way too much tonight, okay? Ron and I would like to wish the Dukes every success in their 2013-14 season, and more than congratulate all the residents of Wellington that have supported this team through the years. That's what hockey in Canada is all about. Small towns, small people, making the best of it. Thank you very much.